welcome to our video today. Today we'll be discussing Galway road traffic patterns and using the Tableau software to investigate. Our team members are
Anurag Gautam,
Donald Ryan,
Thomas Costello,
Mustafa Falua Ogunkomi,
Pratibhan Singh Chauhan.
We conducted a study of popular primary roads in and out of Galway City and focusing on these ones seen in the map above here. The data was gathered from the Transport Infrastructure of Ireland, where there are road counters on the road measuring each direction of traffic. The following workbook produced in Tableau walks through a story about the particular roads we have focused on. The N59 carries traffic from the west, including Mycullen and Gerard. The N67 carries traffic from the south, including Gort and Ardran. The N83 carries traffic from Tuam and Lough George from the northeast. The N84 carries traffic from the north, including Carndall and Headford. And the M6 brings traffic from the east and also joins on with the M18 and M17. The data was gathered from January the 1st, 2016 up to October 6th, 2019. In the next number of slides, we go into more detail with each of these roads. The first one we are looking at is the N67, where we can clearly see the yearly, monthly and average daily totals. We can see that there is a decrease in traffic in 2017 since 2016. And if we look at that into more detail, there's a sharp decrease here in September to October, and this is due to the opening of the bypass of the M18 Gort to M6 junction. By introducing the motorway from the Gort to the M6, it can clearly be seen that there was a reduction in traffic in 2017. If we look at the average daily rate, if we take even 1 year, say 2019, the busiest day is Friday on average, and we can see that with every other year as well. If we look at the next slide, we can see the hourly view of each direction. And we can clearly see here hourly north, the peak time is between 7 and 8 a.m. and it slowly decreases between 8 and 9 a.m. When we look at the southerly direction, we can see our peak time is around 5 p.m. again, and with a slight decrease at 6 p.m. to 7. This is expected due to the average working hours commencing at 9 a.m. Up next we have Anurag to discuss the N83.
So this story tells about the traffic behavior on the road N83. Over the past 4 years, traffic has gradually decreased. Like in 2016 till 2019, it has come from 7.8 million up to near about 4.5 million. We have considered traffic patterns on the yearly basis, the monthly basis, the daily basis, and the hourly basis. Here, there is a significant downfall in traffic from September 2017 due to a construction of a new road, M18. The traffic reduced from 7.4 million to 6.5 million in the above stated years. This illustrates that N83 is experiencing less amount of traffic because people have started using the M18 road to make their journey swift and comfortable. Traffic is usually high in the months of May and September because of tourism. If you look at the daily data, Friday is supposedly to the most busiest day of the week. This may be the reason because people from the neighboring counties and cities visit Galway over the weekend. The traffic is usually less during the weekends, that is Saturday and Sunday. We could clearly see the peak hours toward the Galway city during the weekdays in between 7 to 8 am because many people from the nearby places come here to work. However, during the weekends, the traffic is at peak later in the noon near about 12 and decreases post 6 pm. Now my friend will take you to the next road.
For the N84, which serves as the only access route to go away from the north, i.e. County Mayo, Hereford and the surrounding areas, we see that the road follows like the basic patterns that we will expect. Heavy traffic during the weekdays, Mondays to Friday, with the heaviest being on a Friday, and low traffic on the weekends. It's important to note that we have a lot of missing data between the years 2018 and 2019. But when looking at the months available across the years, we see the traffic numbers remain fairly at a constant level. The hourly pattern follows what as expected, with 7 to 8 a.m. being the highest morning peak and 7 to 8 p.m. being the evening peak when leaving Galway. But while observing the roads, we found something interesting. Even though the evening peak was higher northbound, leaving Galway, than southbound, entering Galway, the traffic coming into Galway was significantly heavier than leaving Galway in the evening. This, we found, was likely due to the Kirwan Junction roundabout, which serves as the major access route to Galway for both N6 and N84 from the north. That said, it's important to note that planning permission has already been granted to remove the roundabout and replace it with a 4-armed signalized junction. This, we believe, will improve the traffic flow southbound in the mornings.
So as we can see here in M6 yearly totals, 2016, 2017, 2018, that the road is getting busier every year. We had 6.9 million vehicles in 2016. 2017 we had 7.8 million vehicles. In 2018 there was 10.013 million vehicles. And already in October 2019 there's 8.1 million vehicles. We can see a steady increase over the months up until September. This may be partly due to the missing data, as you can see here in the rest of October, November and December. In 2017 we can see a rise in every month up until September, where there's a huge spike in October. We can see this correlates to the N67 and N83 joining the M18 motorway, which opened in September 2017. When we look at the daily average, we can see it increases every single day up until Friday. Friday being the peak day of the week. This may be because people come to visit Galway on the weekends for a weekend visit or something. Just actually, when we go back to the summer months, there's an increase in May, June, July, August, and it starts dropping off in September. If we had the data for 2019, we can see it actually increases again in November and December. This is partly due to Galway having the beaches, you know. People coming on holidays to Galway maybe, and coming here for Christmas as well. If we look here at the hourly investigation, we can see that 7 o'clock is the peak time for commuters coming into Galway. We can see Monday, Tuesday, Thursday are all the busiest days of the week. Friday drops off at 7 o'clock because people may start later to work, schools may start later. We can see that it gradually decreases with a slight little increase in the evening. As you can see, Saturday and Sunday has a normal, a later start. It generally peaks around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. If we look at eastbound, we can see there's a small little increase in the morning. This may be commuters coming from Galway to go to further afield along the motorway, potentially to Dublin. And then as the day goes on, we can see there's a huge increase at 5 o'clock. This kind of correlates with the westbound. People starting work maybe at 8, 9, and finishing 4, 5 or 6. If we look then at the weekends, again as above, it tends to drop, traffic tends to drop off, and there's a slight peak in the evenings coming home. So we did a forecast of our 4 roads, the M6, the N84, the N83 and then 67. As there's missing data for the N83, N67 and N84, we didn't get a substantial estimate for each road. But visually you can see that the N83 is decreasing year on year, quarter on quarter, and the same for the N67. The N84 tends to not have a subtle decrease, not have a sharp decrease. But if we look at the M6, we can see it's increasing year on year, and the estimator estimates that it'll keep increasing in 2020 up till 2021. This may indicate why there's such a bottleneck at the Cooler roundabout, leading to more traffic in Galway, which makes it more congested in the mornings. One solution to Galway's road crisis, traffic crisis, would be the proposed ring road from the west side of Barna to the Cooler roundabout, linking up to the M6. This proposed route takes into consider 2 of our roads that we've studied, the N84 and N83. The road will start west of Barna on a 6 kilometre stretch of a single carriageway until it hits the Dangan Sports Centre, where it becomes a 12 kilometre dual carriageway up until the Cooler roundabout, where it links up to the M6. This total cost of this road will be €600 million, and the proposed route involves a new bridge, a viaduct over the River Corb, as well as 2 underground tunnels on the West City's east side, along with a demolition of 44 houses and acquisition of 10 more houses which will be seriously affected. The total running cost per kilometre will be 30 million per kilometre.
Possible solutions include the introduction of staggered work shifts. We believe that this would vastly reduce traffic, as case studies in Washington, D.C. and Honolulu have proven. An additional solution would be the introduction of remote work. This allows people to work from home without having to leave in the morning at peak times and get home at peak times as well. An additional solution would be changing of school hours. New innovative ways of educating students allow for them to work from home and other remote locations to avoid rush hour traffic. Additionally, the introduction of an IDA park outside the boundaries of town around the M6 will allow for people coming from Ormo in the east to park without needing to enter the city.
In conclusion today, what we've tried to answer was what were the busiest roads in towards Galway city. We can see that the volume of traffic in Galway is increasing year on year. The busiest road we have found was the M6, followed by the N83, the N67, N84 and N59. We've also tried to answer the possible solutions to this. So by introducing a ring road around the Galway city, it will prevent the bottleneck situation at the M6 and reduce inner city traffic. It will also disperse the traffic around the city. Alternative work hours And remote work is also a possible solution by staggering the work hours, reduces the volume of traffic at peak times. Another final solution is maybe with the M6 being the busiest road, a possible solution is for the IDA to consider satellite towns such as Ardmore or Athenry for future development if they were to build an industrial park. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you.